Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of Fearless Tarot, How to Give a Positive Reading in Any Situation, which is due out this month. I'm so excited. It's coming out all over the country and even in some other countries on October 8th. So I'm so excited. Do check this out. If you like my positive approach to tarot, you're going to love this book. And also, if you've ever wanted to learn tarot, but you've been turned off by some of the negativity that surrounds the interpretation of some of the darker imagery in the deck, this book is going to be a game changer for you. It's really going to help you perceive some of these cards in a more positive way and actually use them constructively instead of feeling defeated or afraid of the images. It is time for this month's tarot scopes for October 2020. And in this video, video 2, I'm going to be going over the astrological signs of Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. So if you are a Cancer or you have a lot of Cancer in your chart, this first message is going to be for you for October 2020. The Ace of Cups, the Hermit, and the Eight of Pentacles. So for Cancer, this next month, it's important that you are balancing the practical with the emotional. We have this really spiritual card of the Ace of Cups coming up for you, where this is a time of a rebirth or a renewal of something you're passionate about, something that just feels so exciting. Whenever we see aces in the tarot, they always point to new beginnings, a fresh start. And in the case of the Ace of Cups, this is going to be a time where you're starting to feel love for your life again, some sort of enthusiasm, something's exciting. And it's also an important time where you're going to want to balance what is sacred for you, what brings you joy, with your daily routine, symbolized by that Eight of Pentacles. This is going to be a time to maybe incorporate some of the things that you love about living into your daily life instead of holding it off for the weekend or one day a week or at night. Instead, really kind of going through your day and really injecting those moments of joy into it. It's going to be really helpful. And finally, that Ace of Cups is a card of fulfillment. So it's saying that you're going to be finding fulfillment this next month, Cancer. It's also a good card for opening your heart to love. And that doesn't necessarily restrict it to just romantic love alone. This could be a time of sharing, connecting, reaching out to family or loved ones, and really just kind of embracing that. Second, we got that Hermit card, which means that there's been a time of isolation going on for Cancer. It might have felt like you were all on your own. You had to kind of navigate through things all by yourself. But this is really giving you great resilience. And the Hermit is always a card of deeper wisdom. So you've really kind of scratched the surface on something really important here, and you've gone deeper. You might have even discovered that wellspring of eternal and unconditional love within yourself. And finally, the Hermit is saying, go slow this next month. October is going to be a slower month for Cancer, but that's okay. It might be a good time to rest or to really reserve your energy or just kind of have that slow and steady wins the race attitude. You'll notice the Hermit is an old man, and he's got a cane, and he's walking over ice. So you can imagine how fast he's actually moving. This could be a time when you really want to slow things down, and especially in your work life with that Eight of Pentacles, it's not only a very productive month for Cancer, but it's also going to be a time where you want to be very methodical and you want to go practically step by step. So that is the message for Cancer. Next, we're going to go into Leo. So if you're a Leo or you got a lot of Leo in your chart, this next message is just for you. We got the King of Swords, followed by the Seven of Cups, and then lastly, the Death card. Leo, major changes are coming this next month for you, but do not fear. The changes are going to be for the best because they're going to free you from something that was very restrictive. When we see that King of Swords card, he is about rigid structures, rigid personalities, things that are really embedded or stuck in stone. And you've had to operate within this very confined space for quite some time. And now it's time to be free. Now it's time to sort of rebel a little bit or get outside of the prison. The Seven of Cups is a deeply imaginative card, and it's saying that you've been kind of like a pendulum. You've been swinging from your greatest hopes to your greatest fears. I mean, we can just see here that on this card especially, we got jewels and treasure, and then we got snakes and skeletons in line with that Death card. And so this is going to be a time where you've been kind of like going from the worst case scenario to the best case scenario as well. The Seven of Cups is a card of illusion and of imagination. And what I think is going to be dying this next month for Leo is the illusion that you're stuck, that you have to keep being sort of chained up to the same old, same old. And you might start to feel more inspired. This might be actually a good time to start hoping, but also to committing to your changes. Whenever the death card comes up, it says change is coming. It does not usually mean an actual physical death, so do not be afraid. If the death card meant physical death every time it would pop up, people would be dropping dead like flies, and it pops up every day for millions of people. Believe me, the death card is saying that there's a major transformation here. It's not actually going to be something that you need to fear. But you do need to cooperate with the change this next month because the stakes are high. And it's saying that the old ways are just done. It's time to move forward. So if there's been something you've been struggling with or a person you've been even struggling with, this could be a card of really clearly demarcating where they end and where you begin, and really owning your own space and not being afraid of being able to move forward into your future. And finally, let the past be the past, Leo. It is done. It's time to really sever yourself from it, and it's time to move forward. And finally, I'm just curious what this death could be doing with. And it's something with work when we got that 10 of Wands. It's something that you've been in service about. It's a career work change. It might even be a change of job as well. So just be aware that something is changing in your workspace. It's time to speak up for yourself. It's also time to get out of something that's been really constraining and put that burden down. All right, that is the heavy message for Leo this next month. And then finally, we got the astrological sign of Virgo. So if you're a Virgo or you have a lot of Virgo in your chart, this next message is going to be for you. First card is the Page of Wands. Second card for Virgo is the Judgment card. And third, the High Priestess. Wow, what a cool month for Virgo. The Page of Wands is all about aspiration. It's a card of inspiration as well, where you're really growing into your power this next month, Virgo. This could be a time where you're allowing yourself to grow too. Don't expect that finished product. There is some sort of development that's happening over time for you, and it's important to give yourself that room and space to grow. Judgment is coming up for Virgo because it's a card of rebirth and renewal. You see that the angel's blowing the trumpet and all the dead are rising out of the grave again. And so there's a sense that there's a rebirth or a renewal of something that used to inspire you that might have felt dead for quite some time. And now it's time to sort of resurrect that and bring that back into the world. And what this might have to do with is your deeper spirit. We get the High Priestess herself, which is always a card of deep inner magical wisdom. The High Priestess is that silent little voice that's sometimes hard to perceive, but that's always quietly in the back of your heart, in the back of your mind, if you can go deep enough. That's very reassuring. She's far beyond your fear, and she's really in this beautiful place of reassurance because she's coming from your actual inner wisdom, which has gone through so many experiences and has armed you with perspective. This might be a time to slow down and check within, and also wake things up from the past that you might have had to let go of before in order to allow some new beginnings to really shine through for this next month of October 2020. And that is this video 2 for the tarot scopes. We're going to go over the next 6 astrological signs in videos 3 and 4. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful October, that you're safe, happy, and healthy, and that you do take care this next month. I will see you again.